Oh, it's raining today. Oh, well, we don't have to water any flowers. Yeah. Hello there, everyone. Right now it's 4:01 on Thursday, September 3rd. No news today. I have news. And I mean, one of the things do relate to Animal Crossing. But we probably won't be talking about that today. Or no, I mean, wait, what? Yes, we will. What the fuck am I saying? No, that's all we're talking about today. I am curious to find out, is today a fruit day? Because I have the sneaking suspicion it is, but I have no proof that it isn't. Yes, it is a fruit day. Okay. Okay, good. That gives us plenty of time to talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And, I mean, we're going to do some fishing as well, so... praise be unto Helix. Alright, let's go get some fossils and whatnot. You know, standard morning routine shit. We also have some fruit to pick up along the way. Oh, and good thing I'm wearing a hat to protect myself from the rain. Knock, 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 knock. Hey, Cherry. Evening, kid. This day ain't over yet, kid. No matter what the sun says. Hey, Octavian, how's it going? Oh, hey, it's you. How'd it get to be so late? Where'd the hours go? And, how'd I get out here? It's not even that late. It's 4 o'clock. Oh, fuck, I didn't plug that in. I mean, that was partially intentional. I do kind of want my battery to die on my Switch controller. But yeah. So, there is kind of a big elephant in the room today of what was announced by Nintendo. And we are most definitely going to talk about that. But I'm going to save it for just a little bit. Go around, collect some of this fruit, find the fossils. You know, stuff like that. And then we'll talk about the Nintendo Direct. Or the Mario 35th Anniversary Direct. That's probably a more proper name to call it. Not a traditional Direct, is what I mean to say. Like, I mean, again, it has been a year since the last traditional Direct. And while I think this Mario Direct will satisfy a lot of people in their absence, technically, it's been over a year since the last traditional Direct. And that's just a turtle. So, yesterday, we talked a lot about, I basically went on a giant thing about Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, and how, like, I thought that movie had a lot of promise, but I didn't think it lived up to that promise. And while not bad, was just kind of like, eh. Oh! You know, so right now I'm collecting turtles. I did actually at one point really want to collect snails. I had an idea for snails for, like, something that I thought would be pretty funny. Okay, funny-ish. But I never actually got around to making it. Maybe I should go collect some snails. I mean, I need a bunch of them. Like, my turtle idea takes, like, a lot of turtles. My snail idea takes a lot of snails. But yeah, so I watched So for the past few days, I've been watching Bill and Ted. I watched the first one on Monday. I watched the second one on Tuesday. And yesterday, I watched the third one, the new one, Face the Music. And you know what? It was pretty good. Like, I definitely liked it better than the second one. I don't know if I don't think it's as good as the first one. But it's still really good. It's both a love letter to the series. Like, because they basically repeat the plot of the first two movies. And I don't mean that in, like, a bad way. It's more of, like, a tribute to the first two movies. And it's done in a really good way. I mean, yeah, no, there is an evil robot. So, yeah, they do kind of redo the first two movies. But, yeah, it's meant more as, like, a love letter. And I kind of really like that. I think the movie is pretty good. Is it amazing or anything? No. But was the first one like this amazing revolutionary thing? Technically, no, not either. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed this Bill and Ted Face the Music. It's got a lot of love towards the series. It has problems. I'm not gonna say it doesn't. Like, there's this whole the whole plot with the princesses and like Bill and Ted's marriage being on the rocks. Just kind of like, it's just to get the princesses out of the story so that Bill and Ted and their daughters can each go on their own separate adventures. But it never actually like goes anywhere in the grand scheme of thing. And there's a few other moments where it's like, that's not really doing anything, or like that was a weird scene. There are some funny scenes. The comedy is pretty great in this one. Because yes, you're like, because like Bill and Ted's daughters are repeating the plot of the first movie, and then that leads into the second plot of the second movie, kind of. Bill and Ted are kind of doing their new thing, and they're trying to go into like the future. Because the first one was all about traveling into the past. Second one was heaven and hell. Now this one is them about like traveling into their future. And it just really works. One of the things I did worry about was I talked about time travel and like how I really liked how the first two Bill and Ted's handled the idea of time travel and like this self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, no matter what happened, the future was always like set in stone. And this new one definitely doesn't play by that rule. At least I don't think it does. I think they're able to change their futures. But I'm kind of more willing to roll with it, just because there's kind of this idea that while they're able to change the future, the past is still like certain. It's just their future, like what happens in the present is still certain. And the past is certain because, again, it's already happened. But the future is undetermined. Like, anything could come from the future. I don't know. It's kind of me stretching to make it fit. But I still really enjoyed this movie, man. If you are just like a single person watching it, like for like $20 to rent it, $25 to buy it, I don't know if it's worth it. Like, for just a singular person, I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. But if you're with like a group of people, then yeah, it's totally worth it. Like, if you have like a group of, I don't know, like at least 3 people, maybe, especially more, it is totally worth renting. I still don't recommend going to the theaters. It's still a hellscape, and nobody should die over Tenet. Stupid fucking Christopher Nolan, motherfucker, stupid ass, bitch ass Christopher Nolan. And your pretentious ass, bitch ass, Michael Bay loving ass, Christopher Nolan. Yes, he's made good movies. I'm more just like the whole thing with Tenet is the dumbest fucking thing ever. And it's most certainly going to get people killed. But yeah, no, just on a digital release. Yeah, no, the thing was pretty. I enjoyed Face the Music. I really did. Hey, Mush. You here for the rant today? Because, oh boy, do I have another one. Oh boy, based on this Nintendo Direct, do I have one. Because Nintendo is our Eternals monkey's paw. No matter what good thing they do, they must always fuck it up. Because they are Nintendo. Oh, I'll talk about it, but yeah, I'm excited for that. God, the direct. And now I keep saying rant. I'm not. I didn't hate the direct. Like, I did not. I keep saying that I'm going to do a rant, and I definitely am, because Nintendo's a stupid fucking company run by morons who, like, are just dumb motherfuckers. Like, honestly, the fact that they are the most profitable company in Japan is the dumbest thing ever. Especially after some of the shady shit they're pulling right now, which... That's the point. I love the Switch. I love Nintendo. But they're fucking morons when it comes to business. Nintendo makes the best games in the industry when it comes to business practices. Admittedly, they are better than, like, a lot of other companies. Like, when it comes to, like, business practices and, like, how they treat their employees and how they handle employee salaries, Nintendo is maybe one of the best at it. Like, they actually treat their employees with respect. I mean, there are a few exceptions I can think of, specifically, NOA and, Project Steel. Like, that's an exception right off the bat where some shit went down there. But I still love Nintendo. They make good games, but when it comes to business, they're just fucking weird. They're not, like, actively hostile like Activision Blizzard, EA, Ubisoft, etc., etc. They're just fucking weird and stupid. That's so weird that it sent out the... Okay, that was just me. That's on my end. I'm still trying to figure out the Discord thing, because I have it set up to send out a notification every time we start streaming, but yesterday it didn't send out one, and today I thought I just got the notification for it, but that was like... But it posted it like 10 minutes ago, so I don't know what to do with that. I'm still trying to figure that out. Part of me just wonders if I should just do it myself. Right? You know, fuck it, do it live. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, we had Sahara today, so we don't gotta worry about that. Ooh, bunk beds. And a climbing wall. I know people use, like, climbing walls for, like, design aesthetics. Yeah, I want to keep all that stuff. I want to keep those. Yep, that seems good. Alright, that's not bad. Oh, wow, exactly 99. It's like Tetris. Oh, gosh. Oh, these are label ticket or Taylor tickets. Windflower, Cosmo, and Mum. Okay. Alright, let's get to work on Fruit Island. You know, same as it ever was. So today was... So when I woke up this morning, I guess this happened at like 6 a.m. Yeah, I had to wake up early this morning for school, for university. Still was after this got posted. So yeah, I watched it. The first thing I saw was actually a logo. I opened up Twitter and I saw a logo for the Super Mario 3D All-Stars, and I was like, "Oh, there's something." So I go to the YouTube page and I watch the direct. And so let's just kind of go over it. So it starts off with a 35th anniversary. So it's all about Mario's 35th anniversary. And it starts off with Game & Watch. They're making a Mario Game & Watch where it's got the original Mario Brothers game Super Mario Brothers 2, what we call in the States the Lost Levels, and it's got a version of Game & Watch Ball. Now, I remember when Club Nintendo distributed a Game & Watch Ball many years ago, but this I think is like it's got a full LCD display. It's like an actual like handheld console with an actual game on it. Basically, what I've been saying for years now, Nintendo should just make a Game Boy Mini. That's basically just a Game Boy, but it's kind of like one of their like mini consoles, like the NES and SNES Classics. This is kind of like that, but it's got the 2 Mario games and like that one other bonus thing. Also, because it's a Game & Watch, it's got a clock in it, which has like a few little Easter eggs and whatnot. It's neat. I think we got the price point. The price point I saw was for like basically 5,000 yen, which roughly translates to like $45. So it'll either be like $45 or $50 here in the States. Who knows? I am interested in this, right? Will I buy it? Probably not. It comes out in November, but I do think this is like very neat. Like this is one of those like neat things that Nintendo makes every once in a while. That's probably going to be a bitch and a half to find because again, Nintendo. Here we go. It's a black bass. Oh, it's a turtle. Okay. Next up, they showed off Super Mario 3D World. And right, it's just another standard trailer. I guess people are saying the game looks faster. Like, characters definitely, like, move and run a lot faster. Which, personally, I didn't notice. But admittedly, I haven't actually seen, like, comparison shots yet. So I wouldn't know, but sure. If they move faster, because I heard people complain that 3D World was kind of a slow game. That's why Cat Momentum was such a big thing in that game, because that actually gave you some speed. I don't know, 3D World is a good game. I do enjoy it. I had it on Wii U. I 100%ed it on Wii U. It's a good game. I don't know if I'd want to play it again though. That's just me personally. But they did announce that there is going to be new content for it. We don't know what it is. It's called Bowser's Fury. I mean, okay, Bowser's Fury. I mean, Bowser is a furry in that game, but that's completely unrelated. Why is this tree so green? Why is that one so Huh, that's so random. But it's called Bowser's Fury. And we see, like, this weird, like, storming world, and we see what looks to be, like, a sphinx with, like, an evil cat bell on its head. We don't know anything other than that. My real only expectation for a 3D World port, 3D World port, was for it to have a new character, because the original had the 4, right, Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad. And then in the post-game, you get Rosalina, which was pretty cool. So my hope was that we'd get one more character. And so maybe in this Bowser's Fury, you get to play as Bowser. That'd be pretty cool and pretty different. I mean, he does have his Tanuki tail, or his cat form, which is... There's potential there. I could see it. Especially after Odyssey. Admittedly, after Odyssey, I've kind of grown bored of Bowser. Like, I kind of wish Bowser would stop being the Mario's antagonist. He's just kind of boring nowadays. I know it's Nintendo, so they will never change, because Nintendo doesn't give a shit about story. And the one guy who does only can, like, squeak things in, like in Link's Awakening or Galaxy. Nintendo, and especially Miyamoto, don't give a shit about story. I'm not saying it's a wrong approach, because, again, Nintendo is the master of gameplay. It's just, I feel like sometimes it's to their detriment, especially in Odyssey's case. The lack of a story in Odyssey really hurt that game. Specifically the ending. But yeah. But this looks interesting. Also, I saw a disclaimer while watching the trailer that mentioned online modes. And I guess in like a press briefing or something like that, somewhere else, Nintendo mentioned online co-op. Because this is 3D World is a 4-player Mario game. What if this game has full online co-op? I don't know if it will. And I do worry that if it does, how will Nintendo's shitty netcode handle that? Because Nintendo has really shitty netcode, and it can't even run like Smash Bros. It can barely run NES games half the time. What makes you think it could run 3D World? Online co-op would be a great evolution for Nintendo. Because Nintendo is a high believer in couch co-op, which I am thankful for. But you know, you can have both multiplayer, like online, and couch co-op. Those can exist simultaneously. I know other companies like Microsoft don't like that, or I guess Activision Blizzard, but those can exist simultaneously. So co-op, if it has online co-op, that could be big. I don't know if it will, but that would be pretty interesting. And then I guess they're also making Mario and Peach cat amiibos, like them in like the cat suits that are coming out with the game. We don't know what they do. They weren't even shown off in the trailer. It was just announced basically on Twitter, like afterwards, and like a press briefing or whatever. So I don't know what those are. Like, I don't know what they'll do. Every time I think Nintendo is done with Amiibo, they always just do one more little thing. And I'm not Smash Bros. Is its own entity. Smash Bros. Started Amiibo. Smash Bros. Doesn't follow those rules. But for the past, like, year or so, Nintendo hasn't put out a single non-Smash Bros. Amiibo. I can't even remember the last non-Smash Bros. Amiibo they put out. Maybe the Zelda Champions? Oh, no, I think Dark Souls came out after that. I don't know, there's probably been some non-Smash Bros. Amiibo, but I don't remember what they are, and nobody remembers what they are, because Amiibos are kind of dead. I hate to be the one to say it, but Amiibos are kind of dead. So to see them putting out a new Cat Mario and Cat Peach Amiibo is kind of random. I mean, admittedly, we do have 2 Amiibos coming out next month, but again, Smash Bros. Is kind of its own thing. But yeah, so 3D World, interesting. I've played it before, so I don't personally feel like I need to replay it. And it's not one of those games on like Pikmin 3 where I'd be like, yeah, no, I'd be totally down to play that again. I can just boot up the Wii U version. Who knows? Who knows? Sold. Oh, that turtle must have been worth a good chunk of money. Alright, let's go put some stuff in storage. Next up was Super Mario Bros. 35. This had me interested right away. It's a battle... So, a while ago, someone made Mario Bros. 100, which was basically the original Mario Bros. Game, but set as like a battle royale, where it's 100 people competing to get as far as they can in the game. I don't know if it was just the first world, and like the first person to defeat Bowser wins, but I know they were definitely messing around with it. And then Nintendo issued a DMCA takedown. So that got shut down. But it was still a really interesting idea. And yeah, Nintendo, I guess, also thought so. Whether Nintendo was working on this, and then that Mario Bros. 100 came out, and so they shut it down because they had their own, or they saw that Mario Bros. 100, DMCA took it down, copyright, whatever, and then made their own. We don't know. Who knows which came first, the chicken or the egg? We'll never know. But this is Mario 35. It's you're playing Mario Brothers, right? The original game. And there are 35 other people playing. And your goal is to, like, eliminate other people. Like, when you kill, like, a Goomba, that Goomba shows up in somebody else's game. And it's just you competing against other people to kill all the Goobers. A fantastic idea. That sounds like so much fun. Like, the Mario Battle Royale alone was like such a great idea, right? 100 people competing. This one, instead of like basically just making that Mario Battle Royale again, this one is heavily like influenced by Tetris 99. You're not competing all on the same course. Instead, you're each on your own individual course. And you're instead like attacking other players and using power-ups and whatnot. It's basically like its own thing. you're kind of in your own world, which kind of feels underwhelming, but I still think the inherent idea is a really good one. Like the Mario Battle Royale, or just like, I know there is that, is it Soviet Jump Game, which I think is a Battle Royale as well, but in like a platformer. But I think the idea of a Mario Battle Royale is so good. It's such a good idea. This looks super interesting. It launches October 1st, and it's exclusive for Nintendo Switch Online members. So that makes me assume it's free. Now, there is one caveat to this, and that is that the game will only be playable for 5 months, from October 1st to March 31st, 2021. I'm going to pocket that information, and we will come back to it at the end. 'Cause boy, do I have a fucking problem with that. Fucking Nintendo, you pieces of shit. You dumbass motherfuckers, Nintendo. But we'll get back to that. We will get back to that. So we're gonna do some fishing today. I'm looking for a golden trout and a mitten crab. Those are the two things I think we're missing. So that's what we're gonna look for. Turtle. So yeah, so next up... Oh shit, we need a new fishing rod. So next up, Nintendo showed off Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. What a terrible name. It should have been called either Mario Kart Live or Mario Kart Home Circuit. I think Mario Kart Home Circuit's a good name. Like, I think that's a good encapsulation of what this product is. But they added that live in there, which feels weird. So what this is it's an AR racing game. So augmented reality. So basically you have like a remote control car that you can place down. It's got a camera on it. You can then make a racetrack in your house using like these 4 markers. And then you can race around your house. Right now we've only seen it in like a single room. I do wonder how big these racetracks can get. I would love to see like a racetrack that spans a house. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, so it's like an augmented reality game where you've got your physical race car, and you can get another, like there's a Luigi set and a Mario set, and you can get somebody else in like another set, and you can like race alongside them. So theoretically, you could have 2 people in like a local multiplayer, but there's also like AI. Right now, I think in the video, all they show is Koopalings and like clown cars, so who knows what's going on with that? Oh. But yeah, so that's where this started. What did I hear? Race car? And is this Animal Crossing? Yep, this is Animal Crossing. This is Animal Crossing, and we're talking about the Mario Direct from this morning. All the Mario announcements. And the new Mario Kart Live thing. But yeah, inherently, I think this Mario Kart Live looks very interesting. Animal Crossing. Well, I mean, there is an Animal Crossing racetrack in Mario Kart 8. So, I mean, it's got some potential. But yeah, so this Mario Kart, where it's like, you're literally driving a car and then racing in a video game, augmented reality. This looks great. It looks so good, in fact, that it's too good to be true. There's no way the final product looks anything like this. Not a chance in hell it looks this good. Because this looks fantastic. The thing, I probably won't be buying this, though. Because I kind of put this in the same thing as, like, Labo or Ring Fit Adventure, which is, like, it's a very interesting product, but I could see myself using it for, like, a day, doing some cool stuff in it, and then never playing it again. Kind of like Labo, which is why I didn't buy Labo, because I saw myself using it for, like, a day, and then never using it again. But I think, but like if you're a kid, oh my gosh, this must be amazing. Like this is like the go-to Christmas present. It looks like it could be like for a kid, this could be so much fun. Nintendo's got something. If it works like they say it does, they're on to something here. They might have struck gold here. Holy shit. I don't know. I'm not gonna pick it up. It's $100, which is kind of expensive, but also not too expensive. Like I think Labo was like way more expensive. I don't remember how much Labo was, but I think it was more. So I mean, it could always be more expensive. I mean, it depended on the Labo set, admittedly. But for like $100, this isn't too bad. And like you get a race car, you get the game, and the game's... See, my other worry is how much depth is in this game. Because like Labo, while it was interesting to build the stuff, and you definitely got a lot of entertainment out of it, the games themselves had very little depth. Yes, did people do like interesting things with like the piano and the VR stuff? Yes. And like the being able to make your own games, people did some interesting things. But to the stuff in it, there wasn't that much depth to it. And part of me, like, we see a lot of stuff in this. Like, we see the ability to make like ice levels and whatnot. So I do think there's going to be something here, but I don't know how much. I don't know how much interesting stuff is going to be here. But I do definitely feel like it has potential. This could be huge. But yeah, the more you watch the trailer for it, the more you like the concept clicks with you, and it's like, wow, this is great. This is great. But yeah, that's the Mario Kart thing. There's a Mario set, there's a Luigi set, and it comes out October 16th. So that's basically like a month and a half away. Not too long. There's a lot of stuff in this where I was expecting, like, because of how Nintendo has been treated by COVID, I was expecting a lot of this stuff to be delayed until like next year. But no, a lot of this stuff is coming out this year. Like, yeah, the Mario 3D World probably got delayed because that was probably supposed to come out this year and definitely got delayed because of COVID. But there was a lot of things where it's like, oh, that's just on October? Oh, wow, that's surprising. I really should just catch that stupid bug. Why have I not found this mitten crab yet? Am I looking at the right time? I think I am. I wouldn't expect a crab to be this rare. At least I think I'm looking in the right place. Oh, I can just find it anywheres. Okay. Oh, shit, my controller's dead. I guess we're using a pair of Joy-Cons now? Sure, let's roll with that. Come on. There we go. Yep. But yeah. So, where was I? So, yeah, that Mario Kart Live stuff looks great. After this, we got a highlight reel of, like, a bunch of different, like, events coming from Mario's 35th anniversary. Because we do know, behind the scenes, Nintendo was hit hard by COVID. They had big plans for Mario's 35th anniversary. Between, like, a big showcase at E3, the opening of Super Mario Land in Universal Studios Japan, the Olympics. Nintendo had big plans for Mario's 35th, and all of it got scrapped. They had to basically... Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, some of it's probably still going to happen, but probably not until next year. So yeah, this is just kind of, not damage control, but them just trying to, like, recover from... Because COVID ruined a lot of their plans. So they did, like, a showcase of, like, all the different events they're going to be doing for the next few months to like celebrate the 35th anniversary of Mario, which the actual anniversary is in like what, a few days, I think. I think it's on the it's sometime in like this week or next week. I don't remember exactly when, but it's coming up. It's like in a few days. But so then there's a bunch of things they announced. There's a Mario Kart Tour event where they're basically like, there's racers from the original Super Mario Party. I don't care for Mario Kart Tour. Like, it's just nah. It's one of Nintendo's shitty mobile games. I don't think highly of it. I still just want a Mario Kart 9. I know Nintendo's not going to make it, and they might even internally consider this Mario Kart 2 or Mario Kart 9, which, I mean, they're giving a lot of fucking support to it, but no support to Mario Kart 8, the highest selling Switch game, which is weird, but I mean, that's fucking Nintendo for you. Nintendo's fucking weird and stupid, and we'll talk about it. But yeah, so there's this Mario Kart Tour event with like Donkey Kong and Mario from like the original Mario Party on NES, on SNES. There's a Mario Maker level for the 35th Mario anniversary. Okay. There's a Club Nintendo thing. Now, Club Nintendo used to be like this really awesome thing that used to do like all of these awesome stuff. I actually think I have a Mario trophy somewheres from the 25th anniversary of Mario. They like gave out like a Mario trophy for the 25th anniversary, and I think I have that laying around somewheres in like a box or something. Maybe it was just a general. It's broken. It actually like fell off of a shelf and broke. But yeah, it was something that happened back in the day. They also did like a pen set and all sorts of other weird stuff because Nintendo, you know. Club Nintendo used to be cool. Nowadays, it's lame as hell. But back in the day, it used to be cool. And this seems to be back on the cool train, where they're giving out. They have like a pen, like a set of like pens, like right, that you stick to like shirts and hats and whatnot. I don't know. I don't know anybody who actually uses pens other than like to display them. Like all the pens I have are for like display. But yeah, so it's a pen set, but it's all the pens are based on like the different Mario games. So there's like ones for the original game, there's one for Sunshine, there's one that represents Galaxy, one that represents Odyssey, one that represents 64. And you get it by like completing certain tasks. I haven't looked. I think that it started today and it's a limited supply of them. But it looks pretty neat, and it does remind me a lot of the original Club Nintendo, which is very cool. This is a pretty cool promotion, and it's good to see some classic style like Club Nintendo stuff come back, because modern Club Nintendo sucks. There's merchandise. They talked about some merchandise stuff, like shirts and whatnot, stuff exclusive to like the Nintendo store in New York and their Nintendo's like online store page. Okay, whatever. There's a Smash Bros. Tournament specifically for like Mario Kart, or for Mario stages and using Mario characters. I think that's coming in November and December. I think that was the date they gave on that one. There's a Splatfest in January. They're going to be doing a Mega Mushroom, or just Mushroom versus Star Splatfest. I feel like they did Mushroom versus Star at some point, but I don't. Honestly, but that sounds familiar. But hey, it's cool to see another. Splatfests are cool. And I like that Nintendo's been doing them again more recently, so I'm totally down for another one. That sounds like a lot of fun. And then what relates to, also as part of the Splatfest, they're going to be selling like keychains and like basically the Splatfest shirt with like the mushroom and the star on it. They're going to actually be selling, which is pretty cool. I don't know, the keychains look kind of nice. Ooh, this feels big. It's a Dorado! Woo! I am looking for a golden fish, just not that one. I am looking for a golden fish. Just not that one. Oh. Swap it. We can release a black bass. Who cares? But yeah, so yeah, they're making like shirts and keychains. I don't. It's merchandise, whatever. There's a Mario furniture set coming to Animal Crossing. Great, right? People have been asking for, like, in previous Animal Crossing games, there were the fortune cookies, and you could break, and New Leaf specifically, there was fortune cookies, and you could break them open to get like a Mario hat, and all sorts of like Nintendo stuff. And people wanted that back, and that might be what they're doing. The thing is, though, because of course there's a Nintendo's Monkey's Paw Catch, they're announcing it now. It's not coming out until March. This is still a good ways away. My guess is it's gonna come out March 10th on Mario Day. But that's a long time away. I don't know why they're waiting that long to do it, but okay. Okay, Nintendo, you'll be weird fucking Nintendo like always. It's not that big. I'm joking about it mostly. It's not that actually big of a deal. It really isn't. Like, sure, whatever, Nintendo. But that just feels like it's so long away. Like, that's the very end of... Because my guess is they're... Like, they use March 31st a lot. But my guess is that's a more general term. Their actual plan is to have the Mario anniversary run from Mario's actual anniversary here in a few days. Or might have been even today. I don't think it was. But the actual Mario anniversary to run from whenever that is until Mario Day. That's going to be like the end of their anniversary. They're going to like put out something special like, hey, Mario Day, thanks for all the support, all that jazz. Gosh dang it, a tire. But yeah, and Mario furniture set and Animal Crossing. There was a ton of other products, like they plugged like the Mario Monopoly, a Jack's Pacific like Mario doll. I don't know, it looked weird. But yeah, there was a ton of other products. Then they got to another announcement, video game related. So there was back in the NES days. Hey, Infinite Dragonfly, how you doing? What'd you think of the Mario presentation this morning? Did you see it? Because that's what we're talking about now. But yeah, I think so. Back in the NES days, Nintendo did like this great thing where it was Mario All Stars, right? 4 Mario games in one thing. It was the original. I think Mario Brothers 2, right? The Doki Doki Panic one. Mario Brothers 3, and then the actual Mario Brothers 2 Lost Levels. And it was one game with all 4 of those things in it. Great deal, right? People loved the thing. And then for the 25th anniversary... Got 3 stars in a row? For the 25th Mario anniversary, which was back in the Wii days, they actually re-released the Mario All-Stars. They also put out like an art book and like a CD with music on it. I actually have it laying around somewheres in like my box with all my Wii stuff. I did have it back in the day, but yeah, it had the Mario games on it. All the games graphics were like updated to like look like 16-bit, more in line with Super Mario World. There might have also been a pack-in with Super Mario, like you might have even been able to get like Super Mario World and Super Mario All-Stars at the same time. I don't know, it was pretty neat back in the day. But other than that one Wii release, they've never re-released Super Mario All-Stars on the Virtual Console, because why release Super Mario All-Stars on the Virtual Console as like one game for $5 when you could re-release each individual game for $5 on their own? It's just Nintendo being like scummy and holding their brand in such high regard. Even though a lot of this presentation felt very subdued. Like, oh, we don't want to make a big deal about it. Like, that's how a lot of this presentation felt. Even though, again, Nintendo does hold Mario in like such high regard. And will DMCA take down like anything that they consider like even partially harming their brand. Or whatever, or copyright strike or bullshit like that. Okay, admittedly they don't do that much these days, but they have. They have, because Nintendo loves the part of copyright that helps them out, and has broken the law in the past to because they like the laws that apply to them. Fucking Nintendo. But yeah, but it's cool to have a re-release of Super Mario All-Stars. It's available today on the SNES online, so if you have Nintendo Switch Online, you basically can go play it right now. If you want to visit my island. Probably not today, but if you want to come around tomorrow, I mean, I'll probably be streaming around the same time I am today, around 3 Pacific, so probably around, well, yeah, probably around 3 Pacific. So yeah, if you want to come around tomorrow, I'd love to, but yeah, today we're fishing. I'm looking for golden trout, and it's not going well. It's not going well. But yeah, Super Mario All-Stars. Bring back. Sure. I probably won't play it. I mean, I did admittedly replay a bunch of Mario games in like the past 2 years. I replayed a bunch of Mario games. The only ones I didn't replay were 64, Sunshine. I never finished Galaxy 2. And I don't think I did Lost Levels. So, who knows? But hey, it's a thing now. And then finally, their final big announcement was Super Mario Bros. 3D All-Stars. A lot of people had, like, right, this had been rumored since, like, January. Ooh, that's a big fish. Come on, that's a big fish. Oh, I almost tapped it wrong there for a second. I caught a pike. Think a swordfish would be up for a duel. Ah, cute. Ah, cute. We did need a pike. Actually, shit, our fishing rod broke. But we did need a pike. That was one of the things I am looking for. We need a pike, a king salmon, a golden trout, and a mitten crab. With that's one down, so there's only 3 to go. I don't think we're going to find the golden trout today. I mean, we still got 10 more bait, so we'll see. But yeah. So this Super Mario Bros. All-Star Collection, I have been looking forward to. If you've been on stream for the past, like, month or two, probably even longer, I've been talking about my obsession with Super Mario 64 speedruns and, like, Super Mario 64 randomizers. And I've really wanted to replay Super Mario 64, which I haven't done since, the DS version came out. Well, okay, when I played the DS, I probably didn't, not when it came out, but when I played it in, like, 2006. But I have been interested in, like, replaying 64. And now we finally have it, as well as a Sunshine, which I've watched Let's Plays of, but I haven't played in a few years. And Galaxy, which I admittedly did just replay last year. I replayed Galaxy last year. Not Galaxy 2. This collection does not have Galaxy 2, which, I mean, I kind of get, but at the same time, it also feels kind of weird. Like, Galaxy 2 probably should have been in this collection. Like, I get 3D World, not, like, I know some people were complaining that, hey, why isn't 3D World in this collection? Why is it its own separate game? But I get that. I more or less get that. But this, right, Galaxy, you could have easily put Galaxy 2 in here. Or, like, even do, like, Galaxy 2 as, like, DLC. Like, do, like, a $20 DLC in, like, in March that is Galaxy 2. Normally, I would say that's a possibility. However, with how Nintendo is positioning this, I don't think that's what's going to happen, and we'll talk about it. But yeah, but it is good to see Sunshine, like, Galaxy. We've had Galaxy on the Wii. We've had Mario 64 remade once, but we've never actually got anything from Sunshine. So this is, like, the first big re-release of Sunshine. Oops, I fucked that one up. First big re-release of Sunshine, which I am super interested in. Yep, totally. Let's get a new Sunshine. Or let's get a remake of Sunshine, because I haven't played. I know a lot of people hate it, but I want to remake a Sunshine. I do hope they fix some of the problems with it. Like, if you had told me this, like, when all the rumors were coming out, I was like, oh, these are going to be, like, I was expecting more of, like, not basically enhanced ports, where they were just ports of the game, but they looked a little better. which is kind of what we're getting for Sunshine and Galaxy. But my hope was that... Come on. My hope was that they were going to fix some of the problems. Galaxy doesn't have that many problems that I can think of. It probably does, but not that I can think of off the top of my head. But like Sunshine, the big problem is like blue coins. And I know people have problems with the controls, but that's a little harder to fix. But I know people have problems with the blue coins in Sunshine, and it's a problem. So my hope is that if they were to do like an enhanced port, they'd like have a way to like keep track of the blue coins, or like to they'd make the blue coins easier. But I don't think we're going to get that. Based on how this thing is being positioned, I literally would not be surprised if these were just ROMs of the 3 games. They put them into 16:9, except for... So, they put them into 16:9, made the textures look a little better. Not at, like, Twilight Princess. Like, Twilight Princess got a complete, like, texture overhaul. This just looks like, oh, they just, like, smoothed it out a little bit. Nothing special. Which, again, was kind of what I expected. But I was admittedly expecting more from Mario 64. Like, they didn't even put Mario 64 into widescreen. Again, I'm not complaining too much, because I still just want to play Mario 64 again. But, like, when the source code for Mario 64 leaked, like, a month or two ago, within 24 hours, people had taken the source code of Mario 64 and had the game running in 16:9, right? Probably 4K, 1080p, probably 1080p, but... I would also be not surprised if they put it in 4K and 60 FPS. It can totally be done. Fans did it in a day. I don't know how an official Nintendo version didn't do that. Even just put it in 16:9. That should have been the easiest thing in the world. I don't know how Nintendo didn't do it. That's the one thing I don't get about this thing. But yeah, I was kind of expecting more from... I wasn't expecting like a full remake or anything. But, like, just some more from it, right? Like, because Mario 64 probably needed the biggest touch-ups. I honestly would have paid $60 for a full, like, remake, kind of like Wind Waker or Twilight Princess HD of Mario 64, and then also happily bought a $60 collection with Sunshine and the 2 Galaxy games in it. I would have happily paid for that. I know people would have complained nevertheless, but I would have been happy to pay for that. But, I mean, what we have here, I am still interested in. Oh, people are also speculating that, did they get, in Super Mario 64, did they get rid of the Solange Bowser moment? Because at one point he throws Bowser, but he says something completely different. Which I feel like would be very disingenuous. But that's just me. And a bunch of other people, admittedly. But yeah, so that's it. So that's the problem with Super Mario 64. I do worry about what they're doing with Sunshine, but hey, who knows? We'll see. And then the thing with Galaxy is that in the presentation, right, Galaxy used the Wiimote pointer. And in the presentation, they mentioned that it's Wiimote compatible. Like, you can see someone moving the Wiimote with, like, with a Joy-Con like a Wiimote to, like, collect star bits and whatnot. But I guess somewheres on, like, the press briefing or somewheres Nintendo put out something that makes it seem like you can't play Mario Galaxy on a Switch Lite. That you will need 2 detached Joy-Cons to play Mario Galaxy. And that's a problem. That's a problem. Like, no, let people play with a Pro Controller and just have, like, kind of like how the thing works in Splatoon. Just have a gyroscope that people can use as, like, the cursor. And it can be recentered with, like, a press of another button. Because the Wii did not have that many buttons on it. So I'm sure you've got plenty of buttons to use on the Switch. I'm sure they could find a way to do it. But yeah, so the worry is, does Galaxy need the Joy-Con? Can Galaxy not be played in, like, with a Pro Controller or in handheld mode? Right now, that question is still up in the air. Nobody knows. Because I don't think Nintendo's clarified. But that's a worry. That is a genuine worry. But that's the controversy with Galaxy. Also in this collection is a music player. So, like, they'll have the soundtracks for Mario 64, Mario Galaxy, and Sunshine. And you can basically just use it as, like, a music player. That's kind of neat. I wish there was concept art as well. people love some good concept art for a videos game, and I'm kind of disappointed there's no, like, because, like, Nintendo's definitely got a lot of concept art sitting around, and they're kind of always very stingy with that. But I would love to have seen some concept art come out within this collection. Like, that would have been really cool, or... But no, we're not getting... At least if we are, they haven't said anything, which I would have think they would have said. And then, lastly, we find out that this game is going to have a limited physical release. Which, okay, I can understand that. They're going to do a limited physical release. So, right, basically, if you want a physical copy of it, you got to buy it before March 31st. Like, that's... They'll guarantee that there'll be physical copies up until that point, but after that, who knows? But I think, right, but a limited physical run's a little weird, but if it had, like, a gold trim or something like that, or, like, a special box for Mario's 35th anniversary, maybe I'd get it. Because I talked about that the Mario 25th anniversary collection on Wii, which I think also had a limited physical run, but it was to celebrate the anniversary, so, but I get that. The problem comes with what they said afterwards, which is, okay, so the stories of this are fucking complicated, and and Nintendo has even contradicted themselves. Let me catch this fish first. Ooh, this is big. Is that our king salmon? I caught a king salmon! Checkmate. Oh, shit. Hey, look. So that's the king. We caught the king salmon. We caught the pike. Now all we're missing is the golden trout and the mitten crab. Which, who knows? Let me see. Let me pull up that list of creatures. Ooh, that's Southern Hemisphere. Let me pull up Northern. Between 4 p.m. and 9 a.m. Well, let's see. Between... Oh, wow, that's kind of small. Okay, I gotta pull that up somewheres. I guess let's head to the museum and donate what we got. Oh, yeah. But the problem... So, right, them doing a limited physical release, I've got no problem with that. That's a very Nintendo move to pull, but it's not that big of a deal. So the golden trout's a medium size. For some reason, I remember the golden trout being an extra large size. And the mitten crab can be found anywhere on the river, and it's a small size. But they should be available right around now, so I should be able to totally find them. It's weird that I haven't. So the problem comes... Nintendo... So, right, they're doing like a limited time physical release. Okay, a little weird for Nintendo, but it makes sense. The problem is... They're also... After that point... Also on March 30th, once the physical release is also done... They're also going to take it off the eShop. So, unless you buy it over the next 6-month period... You will not be able to purchase this game digitally. And if you're going to buy physically after that period, you will buy secondhand. This is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. Nintendo is when it comes to business decisions, Nintendo is the stupidest fucking company. Not in like a stupid as in like anti-consumer practices. Like the Nintendo is... There's a lot I can praise about Nintendo, about how they treat their employees good, how they handle, like, salaries and whatnot. There's a lot I can praise about Nintendo. When I say Nintendo's a stupid fucking company, I mean more like the kid who eats paste glue on the playground during recess. They're just fucking dumb. Making dumb... idiotic decisions. Yes, is this me armchair CEOing? Definitely. But this should be one of the easiest fucking decisions ever. Why in the holy hell would you remove your game? Like, I get the physical thing. The physical thing, right? If they want to make something special out of that, I totally get that. It's a little weird, it's a little backwards, but you know what? Sure, it makes sense. The digital thing, however, just breaks my brain. Why the hell would you release this game for only 6 months on digital? You stop the physical release, but you still allow people to buy it digitally. Because not everyone's going to buy a Switch in the next 6 months. Not everyone's going to have that, so not everyone's going to get a chance to buy this. The idea of them only doing it for 6 months is... Like look at Tony Hawk Pro Skater. The remakes of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 are coming out this week. Right? Now, could you imagine if Activision Blizzard decided that, oh, we're going to put out, right, this Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake, which is getting good reviews, by the way. I heard it's pretty good. But could you imagine if they said, we're putting it out for, like, Tony Hawk, because the original game released, like, 20 years ago. We're putting it out. It'll be out for a few months, and then we're going to take it back. We're going to remove it from digital shops. We're going to stop making physical copies and never release it again. Your response to that should be, that sounds like the stupidest fucking decision ever. And it is. And it's stupid as hell when Nintendo's doing it. The only thing that... Oops, fuck. That was actually the right size. The only thing that kind of normalizes it is that this is Nintendo. And they've done stupid shit before. Right? That Wii collection. Now, admittedly, that was before digital games. Like, yes, digital eShop games existed. But it was in a completely different capacity. So I'll cut them some slack there. But one time, Nintendo released Four Swords. Not Four Swords Adventures, not the GameCube game. Even though I think the original Four Swords was also on GameCube. But they released Four Swords on the DSi eShop. Sold it for about 2 months. And then that was it. They stopped selling Four Swords after that. Weird as hell decision. And I think that was for a Zelda anniversary. I think that was for Zelda's 25th anniversary, along with Skyward Sword. Like, could you imagine if Nintendo decided, like, oh, we're going to release Skyward Sword, but you can, for Zelda's 35th or for Zelda's 25th anniversary, but you're only going to be able to buy it for, like, 4 months, and then never again. Could you imagine Nintendo saying that? Because that's basically, like, that Mario 35th anniversary isn't anything that special. But that's basically what they're saying, that, hey, we've made this new Mario game, and you're only going to be able to play it and download it for a few months, and then once it's gone forever. Nintendo could build an entire series, like an entire Fortnite-style game off of just this Mario thing. Right? Add Super Mario Bros. 3 into it. Make that a season. Add Mario World. That could be a season. There's so much potential to this Mario 35 thing. Expand it. Once the 35th anniversary is over, expand it from the 35 players to a full 100 players. People would love that. But that's not... But now some people say, well, technically with what Nintendo said, that's still possible. Hey, look, another King Salmon. That's still technically possible. Yes, it is. But you also got to remember, Nintendo is the stupidest fucking company in the earth that still believes they're in the year 1998, and as a result has no grasp on what the internet is. They go back behind the tool shed and huff gasoline. They're dumb. They're a dumb fucking company when it comes to business decisions. Of course, when they say, oh, this 35th anniversary stuff is only going to last until March 31st, they fucking mean it. Because they're idiots. Nintendo is the Eternals monkey's paw. We wanted a Super Mario 3D collection, right? The idea of a Super Mario 3D All-Star, amazing idea. But it's gotta come... But like the monkey's paw, we get our wish granted, but it's gotta come with a fucking curse. That being, the ports aren't anything that... Right, they're not even enhanced ports. They're literally just ports. I mean, yeah, they look a little better, but not by much. I'm waiting to see, like, comparisons. Like, I'm sure Game Explains will put something together. But they don't look like anything that special. And they only are available for a limited time. This is the dumbest fucking business decision ever. Yes, could Nintendo, like I said with that, like, oh, they could make Super Mario, the Super Mario 35, they could make it like a 100-player game and put it out past the anniversary. That's totally feasible. But I don't think Nintendo will do it, because Nintendo's fucking stupid. Same thing with this Mario All-Stars collection. Theoretically, they could, after the anniversary is over, break up the All-Star collection into 3 different games and sell them each individually for $20. Like, that's totally within the logic of them to do, and they could also theoretically release Galaxy 2 for another $20. People would be totally interested in that. But that's not what they're going to do, because Nintendo does weird shit. And what they're doing with this collection only being available for 6 months is that weird shit. Them, like, finding, like, some sort of twist and, like, doing that other thing, right? Like what I just said about, like, breaking up the collection or making, like, evolving it. They're not going to do that. That's too normal, because Nintendo can't do normal. Nintendo has this perception that being normal would bankrupt the company. Because that was kind of the GameCube. Kind of. Okay, GameCube is way more complicated than that. But again, GameCube is the most powerful hardware Nintendo ever made. Like, in their respective generation. And the GameCube fucking flopped hard. It happens. Oh, wow. Two Arowanas in a row. Wow. Nintendo's fucking stupid. I wouldn't expect any less from them. They're fucking sticking crowns up their nose, Homer Simpson style, to give themselves brain damage. They're chopping off the heads of chickens to decide what move the company should make. Ooh, I'll take that. Oh yeah, I'll take an alto sax. I think I might have bought one, but I might have also totally needed one. Nintendo's fucking dumb. This doesn't surprise me. Like the Mario Game & Watch thing, they're gonna make 6 of. Those are gonna be high concept scalper items. Nintendo just lives off scalpers. Nintendo lives off of the scalper. They really do. They're just a dumb... Yes, they make the best games in the industry. But they're fucking weird and dumb and... God, I love Nintendo so much. So much that I hate them. Okay, that's wrong. I hate when they do stupid shit. They don't always do stupid shit. But I hate when they do stupid shit. The Wii U. I mean, the Switch is a great idea. The Switch is fantastic. But Nintendo does some stupid shit. They do a lot of stupid shit. But no, it's actually wrong to say that. I love Nintendo so much I hate them. There are people, Josh Thomas is the first one that comes to my head, that love Nintendo so much that Nintendo can never reach his astronomical projection of them, right? He has such a grand idea of Nintendo that Nintendo could never possibly live up to that expectation. And as a result, he can never be happy with anything Nintendo makes and will always hate them. Because they just can't live up to that expectation. Don't be that person. Admit that you can love Nintendo, but also admit that they're gonna make mistakes. I call them fucking morons, but I still love them, even though they're fucking morons. You know, I didn't point out the lightning. This is the second time I've seen lightning in this game. Lightning is still really cool in this game. Like, I wish it showed up more. It's very cool. I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, so this whole, like, this thing about them only doing the 6-month thing is a blemish on Nintendo. And again, this is like one of the problems with the video game industry and how it doesn't, like, it's been trying to take like, video games like to proclaim themselves as art and whatnot, but yet they don't preserve themselves like art. Like, preservation of games, like, this is the whole reason I believe in ROMs and whatnot. Because preservation of games is super important, and video game companies, especially Nintendo, don't take it seriously. They don't... I mean, yes, admittedly, like, it's good to know that, like, Nintendo didn't lose the source code for Mario 64. Like we've seen with tons of other companies that have lost their source code. Specifically, I think it was one of the Final Fantasy VIII. Infamously, the source code for Final Fantasy VIII was destroyed. Right? And, like, so when remaking it, they had to go around some weird ways to get it. But that ain't what I'm talking. Nintendo preservation of games is super important. It's why I fully support ROMs. Yes, we can talk about the legality of it, But fuck Nintendo. Preservation of games is super important. That's why I hate this always online bullshit. And like these live service games like Anthem and Marvel's Avengers, which comes out tomorrow, is because it does nothing for preservation of games. And it does nothing. Yes, I know games are products, but they can also be art. And God, and not like art like The Last of Us 2 thinks it is, where it's like someone compared it to freaking Schindler's List. That's not what I'm talking about. But no, so for all this bitching I am about this presentation and like this one massive blemish, I overall did enjoy it. I think there's a lot of good here, right? A lot of these games right, Super Mario All-Stars 3D, super interested in that. Mario 35, totally interested. 3D World's not my cup of tea because I've already played it, but it's still a good game. It is still a good game. There's the other thing, the racing thing, I'm not going to buy it, but it looks pretty cool. And I feel like it has a lot of potential to it. This was a pretty good presentation. And I don't think that one blemish kills it by any means. It's just a big fucking problem. And there still is, if people cause enough of an uproar, there is a chance Nintendo can change this. That's, even, like, I don't even want them, like, they don't even have to, like, extend, like, production of, like, physical copies of the Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Just keep the game up on the digital store. Just keep the game up on the digital store. That's all you gotta do. You don't gotta make more physical copies forever. Just keep the game up on the digital store. The world has changed. Like I said, Nintendo's stuck in 1998. The world has, like, yeah, shit like this, it flew during the Wii days, right? Like I just said. But in the world of digital, that shit don't fly anymore. That shit don't fly anymore. And once they take the game off, even though I do not legally condone piracy and hacking and whatnot, if people, I totally understand the mentality of people hacking their Switch to get this Super Mario All-Stars collection. I totally get the mentality of that. I don't condone it. I cannot legally condone it, but I get it. Fuck Nintendo. But I do still think this presentation had a lot going for it. Like I talked about when I talked about the direct conspiracy a week or two ago. People will always be disappointed. Like, there is nothing you can do to satisfy people. Some people will just always be let down, and of course, some people are totally let down from this. Like, they'll find the blemish, like I talked about, or the other big one is, where's Galaxy 2? Why didn't you put Galaxy 2 in this? But I don't think that kills it. I still think this was a good presentation. There was a lot here I was interested in. I liked how they ended with like a Mario medley. With like a medley of like a bunch of different Mario music. God, I still love 3D World's music. 3D World has good music. I still love the song from 3D Land. 3D Land's main song. Great song. They did, however, cut Mario from this medley. They cut the Mario medley, Galaxy 2 was completely cut from the medley. They didn't even play a song. Basically, there's a lot of Mario Galaxy erasure in this presentation, just kind of pretending the game doesn't exist, which is really weird. What'd you miss, Mush? You missed the entire rant. Oh, God, because fuck Nintendo. And they're shitty, oh, we're gonna only release this game for 6 months, and then never again. Fuck that, man. The world has changed, and Nintendo doesn't want to change, but by gum, we're gonna force them to change. By yelling at... And, you know, don't be an asshole. Like, don't attack individuals, but fuck the company. Fuck the company, man. I mean, again, I'll reiterate. Nintendo's doing some shady shit here that's anti-consumer, but I still don't think they're as bad as Activision Blizzard, or Ubisoft, or EA, or fucking Konami, man. Fuck Konami. Like, they're not as bad as any of those companies, and they make better games than all those companies, but still, it's just fucking dumb. Like, this should, like, the reason why I complain about all these Nintendo problems is because they shouldn't be problems. Like, if they were like Microsoft, all those studios I just mentioned, EA, Ubisoft, Activision, those are some big fucking problems that right are going to eventually lead to the collapse of the video game industry. Nintendo's stupid bullshit won't lead to the collapse of the game industry, but they're so close to perfection. It's just these little, like, they're so close to perfection. Like, all those other studios, nope, they're fucked, right? When the video game industry collapses in a few years, they're going down with it. And it's all their fault. It's all their fault. But Nintendo, they're so close to, like, this perfection. But they just do the stupidest shit. And they have the monkey's paw mentality of giving us something amazing, but yet giving it with just an asterisk. A line of asterisks. That it's just... fuck, man. Fuck. Let's see. Anything else I got here? Oh, so I guess if you go into the eShop, right? So the eShop is... normal colors are like white and orange. But I guess if you go into the eShop right now, the eShop's colors have changed to white and red. And I guess like Mario's running around in it. Okay, that's kind of cute. First thing they've done to the eShop, like, big thing they've done to the eShop, like, ever. Like, the eShop still doesn't even have music, which is a massive disappointment. But yeah. And so, but yeah, like, the 3D All-Stars collection, I haven't even said this yet. For all my bitching about how it's only going to be available for 6 months. It comes out in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tomorrow is when this All-Stars collection comes out. Like, they announced Pikmin, like, I know Nintendo's been cutting it close with, like, how they release games this year. Origami King was announced, 2 months before its release. Pikmin 3 Deluxe was announced 3 months before its release. This game was announced 2 weeks before its release. Yes, we've known about it through rumors since, like, March. But this game was actually announced 2 weeks before its release. That's like Sega Saturn levels of shit. Where it's just like, hey, guess what? The Sega Saturn's available today. That's crazy, man. I mean, it's cool. I'll be able to play Super Mario in like 2 weeks. So that's awesome. Super Mario 64. Maybe I'll even speedrun it at some point. But that's just crazy. Oh, hey, look, it's our mitten crab. I caught the mitten. One more and I'm ready for winter. Yeah. That means the only thing we're missing... So with the mitten crab, the only thing we're missing is the golden trout. We need the golden trout for fish, and then we need the sweet shrimp for sea creatures. Once we have those two, we've got everything for the month. So maybe sometime in the coming week, we'll go clam hunting, and we'll get a bunch of clam bait. And then maybe at some other point, we'll also go diving again, and we'll deal with that. To hopefully get that sweet shrimp. Both of the things overlap. So, like, if I go hunting for, like... I should probably go hunting for the sweet shrimp first. How do you feel Among Us is super popular right now? Among Us? Oh, is that game where, kind of like Trouble in Terrorist Town? Where you're, like, an alien hiding out amongst the normal people? Or, like, you're in, like, a ship and you play, like, not like a captain or whatever, but you play, like, a normal person, and, like, there's one, like, imposter, and your goal is to, like, vote out the imposter before he kills everyone. That's Among Us, right? I've heard about it. I think I might have even watched somebody play it. Yeah. See, personally, I like Trouble in Terrorist Town a lot. The simplicity of that game is so great. I used to play it back in high school. I used to play Trouble in Terrorist Town every day. Me and a friend used to, like, play Trouble in Terrorist Town just every day. Oh, it was so much fun. The mitten crab was named for its impossible, adorable, and fuzzy little pincers. These cute crustaceans embark on quite a journey. They are first born in brackish waters, then mature in fresh water. Finally, they travel to the ocean to create more mitten crabs. Oh, how delightful is the thought of thousands of tiny mitten crabs scuttling about. And there we have it. Fascinating stuff, no? Assert all donations are displayed promptly. Okay. Cool. So we got 3 fish donated today. I talked about everything. I talked about the Direct. We ranted about the Direct. Yeah, everything went well today. But yeah, that Among Us. It doesn't look bad. I see the appeal of it. I'm still a big fan of Trouble in Terrorist Town, and like but I do like imposter games like One Night Ultimate Werewolf, or just werewolves in general are really fun games. I really do enjoy games like that. So I get the appeal of it. I haven't played it. I mean, is it even on Switch? I wouldn't know. But it's, yeah. Yeah, I do know, but yeah, I do know what game I'm looking forward to next in that Mario collection. I'm definitely gonna get it. Free. Oh, it's free on mobile? Oh, interesting. That's very interesting. Because yeah, the one thing that kind of like some of the other imposter games, like the things they do that I don't like, is that you have to like complete tasks, which I get the idea, right? You have to complete the tasks to like give you something to do, so that way like people can be separated, and like hunters and like killers can like stalk the normal people. I get the idea of it. But I don't know, there's just something about the simplicity of Trouble in Terrorist Town, especially once you start like throwing in like custom items, that I really enjoy. I don't know, but that's just me. Pre-order for people who waiting for the Game & Watch to go up in pre-order in the US. We have to sit tight for a while. Place order listings is up at Best Buy for $49.99. And yeah, that's it. Pre-order is not live until device authorized by the FCC. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably not going to pick up that Game & Watch thing. I mean, it's interesting, but I have no interest in it. I'm going to keep that King Salmon, because I'm assuming it's going to sell for good money. We have an Alto Sax. We have a rattan bed. I'm going to keep that dress. We got another Dorado. That'll sell for good money. Yeah, okay. When Chip... We've got so much stuff to sell to Chip. I've got so many different things. It's cute that some are worried about the Mario All-Star 3D Collection limited availability, as if there's going to be a world left after 2020. Funny. I did actually, you know, I'm going to go back on the rant real quick before we end off. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to talk about this. So, right. So, like, the scarcity of this Mario thing, right? Only being available for 6 months. I've seen a lot of people compare to the Disney Vault. And you know, that's completely accurate. It does remind, because the Disney Vault was this whole idea that, oh, they release a movie, then, like, and they say, like, oh, it's only available for a limited time, then it goes back into the vault. Right, it was a concept, and I know it did well for Disney at the time, or whatever, but now in the world of digital streaming, it makes no sense. Even though... I'm gonna catch this fish first. Even though the Disney Vault did actually exist while digital streaming was happening. Like, I think my mother owns copies of Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin that are, like, digital. That, like, she has digital versions, but she also bought them through the Disney Vault. But the problem is the Disney Vault just doesn't make sense anymore, especially in, like, in an all-digital world. Like, why would you have a Disney Vault when you could just put everything up on digital? And that's what Disney Plus is. So I think, right, but comparing it to the Disney Vault's completely accurate, but it's also, right, the Disney Vault's fucking dumb. I know why it happened. You can look up reasons for it. I'm probably not explaining it properly. But as I've seen people like Imran Khan and Alana Pierce explain, and I'm going to read Imran Khan's tweet about this, thinking about the scarcity of the Mario All-Stars 3D Collection, I feel like the actual uncomfortable explanation here is that Nintendo knows people might be less willing to spend money on gaming stuff this holiday, and they want to force people to buy it now or never. This idea that what if Nintendo is purposeful, right, because of the, right, a lot of people are saying that maybe we should delay the start of the new console generation because of the quarantine, right? Because of this whole quarantine, people have far less disposable income. A lot of people don't have jobs. I mean, the job rate skyrocketed. Maybe we shouldn't do this quarantine. Maybe we shouldn't start the next console generation. Of course, that's not going to stop Microsoft or Sony, even though Microsoft should definitely delay their new Xbox. I mean, like, holy shit, man. Launching without Halo is going to be bad for them. Oops, I did not want to do that. Launching without Halo is going to be a bad thing for Microsoft. Do I even have anything on the green screen? But this idea that, hey, people have less, screw it, let's just go with beans. It's either beans or stonks. This idea that people have less disposable income. So what if, right, Nintendo purposefully makes this thing more scarce? So that way people feel the need to buy this. Because if they don't buy this, they're never going to be able to do it. That, like, this isn't, right, this is just a theory. And I do think there are some things to discredit this, like the fact that Nintendo's done it twice in the past with Zelda's 25th anniversary and Mario's 25th anniversary. Like, Nintendo has a history of doing this. But this, I totally can see the idea behind this conspiracy theory, that Nintendo is purposely making this thing more scarce. Because Nintendo does believe in false scarcity. We've seen it with the NES Classic, the SNES Classic, the Wii, the Switch. And I don't know if this is going to be false scarcity. Like, I don't know. Like, pre-orders for this collection are still up. So I don't know how rare it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be that rare. Like that Game & Watch thing, which I expect to be super fucking rare. Like the Majora's Mask 3DS, there's another example. Because Nintendo totally believes in this idea of, like, false scarcity, making limited products. God, the first few waves of Amiibo, there's another. Again, I can think of a lot of ideas. I can think of a lot of examples of Nintendo releasing limited numbers of property. Not like this, though. Because admittedly, like, most Amiibos got restocked. But this is something completely different. I mean, it's just it's very scummy. In fact, it's super scummy. Again, not as bad as, like, Activision Blizzard, Ubisoft, or EA, but still pretty fucking bad. Pretty anti-consumer. But it's just weird. It's just fucking weird. And I totally see the bias for that conspiracy theory. Or this idea that, hey, you gotta buy a Nintendo... If you want to play these Mario games, you gotta get a Switch now before you get an Xbox or a PS5, an Xbox Series X or a PS5. Even though, again, I too totally think that maybe we should delay the launch of the next console generation. I think it might, especially, like, Xbox, I think, can delay the next console generation and suffer no consequences. Because, again, they care more about getting people in their ecosystems than anything else. So even if they delay the launch of the next generation and are like, hey, we're going to do it, we're going to also put discounts on Xbox Series S if people want those, or Xbox One S or Xbone One X, I could see them getting away with that and actually gaining some street cred from that. It's just, we live in weird fucking times, man. But I mean, it's not gonna matter because the world's gonna end in 2 days. There is actually a conspiracy theory that says the world ends on September 5th. Will it happen? I mean, how many end of the world predictions have we lived through at this point? No. But that is a thing. How's the 76? It'll go on sale one day. One day 76 will go on sale again for like $4 and I'll buy it. Hasn't happened. Oh, and with 3D World Deluxe now revealed, the only Wii U game to not have a port is Xenoblade Chronicles X. Once Xenoblade Chronicles X gets a port, every other original Wii U game has a port. Yes, I'm not counting Nintendo Land. I'm not counting Star Fox. I've ranted about this in the past. Fuck those games. Okay, yes, Nintendo World's great. Fuck Star Fox Zero. Fuck Star Fox Zero. Nintendo Land's a great game, but it wouldn't work on modern day. It wouldn't work on anything but the Wii U. And I know people want Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker HD to come to Switch, but I don't need it. I don't need it personally. I'm fine without it. Not in like a SpongeBob like I don't need it way, but in like I don't care. I mean, if it happens, sure. But like I said previously, I'm kind of done with Switch ports. I think this should be the yes. Do I still want Skyward Sword? Totally. But I'm kind of done with Switch ports. I'm especially done with Wii U ports. Like I said, Xenoblade Chronicles X is the only game left. And I'm sure that's going to get a Switch port, because I guarantee you at some point they're going to announce Xenoblade Chronicles X2, and because X ended on a cliffhanger, they'll want people to know what happened in the original X. So if they announce X2 to come out in like May of next year, I would not be surprised. And then at the same time they announce X coming out in May next year, they announce X2 is in development, and it's going to come out in like early 2022 or whatever. That would in no way surprise me. I put money on it right now. That's going to happen. We're getting X at some point. But yeah, and also I do think because of this whole COVID, there are rumors about like does Nintendo still have like games for this year? Because this Mario All Stars 3D collection, I was expecting to be their November game, but it comes out in 2 weeks, and then we've got Pikmin in October. But is that it? Is that where Nintendo's collections end? Does Nintendo have anything else this year? I don't think so. I do fully think the pandemic threw off all of their plans. And I guarantee a bunch of stuff is getting delayed until next year. But that does give me hope that 2021 is going to be like the second coming of the Switch. It's going to be an amazing year. We're going to get Breath of the Wild 2. We're not going to get Metroid Prime 4. Fuck off with that. But we're going to get Breath of the Wild 2. We're probably going to get Bayonetta 3. That I could see. Again, it's been 1,000 days. We're going to get them. I guarantee you on Mario Day next year, with all this Mario 35th anniversary, to wrap up Mario Day, they're going to announce Odyssey 2. I'm predicting it right now, putting chips all in. But I think we're going to get Odyssey 2. I think we're going to get Breath of the Wild 2 next year. I can see that Skyward Sword thing. And I'm sure there's like a bunch of other games Nintendo had planned for this year that have been delayed. 2017 was a really strong launch for the Switch. Tons of amazing games. 2018 was just kind of whatever. 2019 was also just kind of whatever. There was good stuff in both of those years, but there's also a lot of stuff nobody cares about. And a lot of forgotten stuff. 2020 started strong. Between, like, there was a bunch of stuff that happened. No, I haven't. I haven't seen anything about this Tyler Joseph. There was a bunch of stuff. It started strong with Animal Crossing, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Xenoblade Remaster. There was a lot of potential in 2021, or in 2020, but then the pandemic ruined it. The pandemic threw that all into chaos. So now, here we are. If 2021 isn't, like, the best year for Nintendo since 2020, then no, Nintendo's fucked. Tyler Joseph. I see let's see, I just went on Twitter. I see Travis Scott. I'm getting a bunch of baseball stuff. I don't even fucking watch sports. Why are you giving me baseball stuff and NFL stuff? Jessica Krug, who is another, who's a Rachel Dolezal. God, the Rachel Dolezal stuff. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Oh, I don't even know what this is. Okay. Yeah. So that's my hour-long Nintendo rant that has gone on for an hour now. Because even though I was planning on ending off 20 minutes ago, I just kept going for some reason. But we do have to end off. I also got to charge my Pro Controller because it's dead. I should also go play some Fall Guys. I think they added another Portal costume today. I'm down for another Portal costume. Oh, I still have to do that shit with the Legend of Korra. God damn it. I really wanted to do... I should make that Legend of Korra. Tyler Joseph faced criticism on Twitter after he made a joke about using his platform and facing publicity state his support of Black Lives Matter moments on... So he, like, basically, he made fun of Black Lives Matter. Yeah. I don't admit, okay, I will admit I don't even know who Tyler Joseph is. Is he, what, like an influencer or something? That's admittedly my first thing, is I don't even know. I am not very in check. Again, I watch 5 people. I just held up 4 fingers. So I don't even know who that is. I should do that Legend of Korra video today. Fuck, I should probably go do that Legend of Korra video, like, right now. Let's see. Oh, lead singer of 21 Pilots. Oh, okay. That is something I actually have heard of. Okay. I should go do that Legend of Korra video right now for the first part, because I do want to start watching the second season today. Ooh, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. If it gets uploaded, because God, I still have work for college. I have so much work for college tomorrow. Oh, God. I had a lot last night. But yeah, I'm gonna end off there tomorrow. I don't know. Tomorrow we'll be back around the same time as always. We still have that golden trout to find. We still have that sweet shrimp to find. Maybe we'll go looking for one, if not both of those. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time. Peace.